On November 24th, 2015, the SBA formally announced the issuance of SOP 5057-2, the standard operating procedure which governs 7A SBA loans. The new SOP became effective on December 1, 2015. The new SOP articulates a requirement for lenders to complete prudent liquidation of 7A loans within either 24 months from the date of guarantee purchase or 24 months from the effective date of the new SOP for loans where lenders are actively liquidating, whichever is later, or receive from SBA prior written approval for extension of that 24-month deadline. In the event that lenders fail to comply with the new SOP in connection with the liquidation or servicing protocols, the SBA may refer non-compliant lenders to the SBA Office of Credit Risk Management. This office may then take enforcement action pursuant to 13 CFR Section 120.1400 and 13 CFR Section 120.1500 on the basis of a lender's servicing and liquidating actions or inactions. See SOP 5053A for information on SBA's credit risk management policy and procedures. The following is a summary of the key changes to 7A loan servicing and liquidation policy and procedures found in SOP 5057-2. Changes related to loan servicing and liquidation. Prudent liquidation. The term prudent liquidation is now defined in the definitions chapter of the SOP. This definition emphasizes that lenders must complete liquidation within either 24 months of the date of guarantee purchase or 24 months from the effective date of this SOP, whichever is later. The key changes relating to prudent liquidation is as follows. Prudent liquidation means lenders must liquidate and conduct debt collection litigation for 7A loans in their portfolio no less diligently than for their non-SBA portfolio, and in a prompt, cost-effective, and commercially reasonable manner, consistent with prudent lending standards and in accordance with loan program requirements and with any SBA approval of either a liquidation or litigation plan or any amendment of such a plan. Lenders and CDCs that do not maintain a non-SBA loan portfolio must adhere to the same prudent lending standards followed by commercial lenders that liquidate loans without a government guarantee. They must also operate in accordance with loan program requirements and with any SBA approval of either a liquidation or litigation plan or any amendment of such a plan. 13 CFR Section 120.535B. Prudent liquidation also means that a lender submits a wrap-up report acceptable to SBA on an SBA loan no later than either 24 months from SBA guarantee purchase date or 24 months after the effective date of this SOP for loans where SBA has previously honored the guarantee and lenders are actively liquidating, whichever is longer, unless a written extension is granted by SBA from the applicable time frame based on extenuating circumstances. 120-day annual service fee. If the lender submits a wrap-up report acceptable to SBA concurrently with its guarantee purchase request, SBA will collect an annual service fee in the amount in place at the time the loan was approved for a maximum of 120 calendar days from that last interest paid to date and 0% thereafter. Resolution of purchase loans. Consistent with the definition of prudent liquidation above, SBA will now require that lenders resolve loans within either 24 months after guarantee purchase or 24 months from the effective date of this SOP, whichever is later, unless there is an extenuating circumstance and an exception is granted by SBA. Lenders who fail to comply with this requirement will be referred to the Office of Credit Risk Management for enforcement actions. Revolving lines of credit. Clarification that revolving lines of credit are considered fully dispersed upon initial disbursement. Early default. Revolving lines of credit are now considered an early default when the default date is within 18 months of the initial disbursement of the loan. Small loans, $350,000 and under. Clarifies that loans approved on or after January 1, 2014, which are $350,000 and under, are now serviced and liquidated in the commercial loan servicing centers. Use of E-Tran. Clarifies which actions require the use of E-Tran for updates by the lenders. Credit Bureau reporting. Incorporated guidance on credit bureau reporting requirements. Charge-off procedures. Added clarification to give lenders better guidance on when and how to submit wrap-up reports to SBA for SBA charge-off. SBA takeover of servicing or liquidation. SBA may, in its sole discretion, take over the servicing or liquidation, including litigation, on any 7A loan. If the SBA elects to do so, the lender must assign the loan documents to the SBA within 30 calendar days from receiving notice of SBA's election and provide any assistance requested by SBA. SBA may use contractors to perform servicing or liquidation actions. 13 CFR Section 120.535D. SBA reporting requirements. Modified the status reporting requirement to SBA. Lenders will now be required to submit semi-annual reports to SBA beginning 24 months after guaranteed purchase, instead of quarterly reporting. Returning loans to regular servicing. Remove the requirement for 3 months of payments prior to returning a loan to regular servicing. Loans can now be returned to regular servicing once a written agreement is in place. Receiverships. Added information on receiverships to provide guidance to lenders when considering using a receivership in a liquidation situation. Expenses. Clarify that expenses should only be submitted to SBA at the time of guaranteed purchase and SBA charge-off. 1099-C. In order to avoid confusion and duplicate reporting, SBA will now issue 1099-Cs on the entire canceled portion of an SBA loan. The new SBA 7A servicing and liquidation SOP 5057-2 may be found on SBA's website at www.sba.gov.